5-year price guarantee, so you know exactly what your plan price will be for the next 5 years. So at least that's one thing that won't change over time. I can't guarantee you'll still look good with frosted tips, but T-Mobile can give you a clear guarantee on your wireless plan.
Lower bills based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Thanks for listening to Miami Marlins Baseball on the home of the Marlins, WQAM.
Marlins Baseball is brought to you by ADT, the official security partner of the Miami Marlins, and by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
Time for the 10th inning show on the home of the Marlins, WQAM. Here's the radio voice of the Marlins, Jack McMullen.
Come on, dude. That was awesome.
It was really dope.
Man. Jack McMullen, AJ Ramos breaking this thing down for you. What a swing that was from Heriberto Hernandez. A walk-off grand slam. This game was scoreless in the bottom of the ninth inning, but Christopher Morel with a leadoff double. Javier Sinoja got the pinch runner, Esteury Ruiz, to third base with a sacrifice bunt. And then Liam Hicks walked. Xavier Edwards was intentionally walked. And Heriberto Hernandez, a guy that was hitting under $180 and was optioned to AAA Jacksonville and came back and has been a start against left-handed pitching and sometimes come off the bench as a pinch hitter guy, massacres a baseball to straightaway center for a walk-off grand slam. What were you thinking up here?
I mean, anything's possible. That changeup he threw stayed up. It was the airbender that didn't bend very much. Berto was able to see it up and do some damage. He backspun that out to center field. And so what I was thinking mostly was start spreading the news. The Marlins are sweeping today.
Oh, man.
That was such an awesome way to see, especially like an unlikely character do that. They walk the bases loaded to face him. So that's one of the that's what baseball's all about, man.
This game was scoreless in the bottom of the ninth inning. Scoreless. The Marlins had some chances. The Mets had some chances. Yep. But I guess I want to highlight Marlins pitching right now because you're not in this position without them, obviously. And, I mean, Tyler Phillips just got his first start for the Marlins this year. He was an opener last year, and he went like 2 1/3, 2 2/3. So this is Tyler Phillips, I guess, first taste at starting pitching. He went 3 2/3 today, and then the bullpen, like, they just kept on passing the baton. It was a strong showing from literally everybody that jogged out of that Marlins
throughout this whole series. The pitching has been great. Yeah, Phillips was awesome, man. I was wondering how he was going to throttle, how he was going to figure out the third time through the lineup. He was able to mix and match his pitches and do something different each time he faced different guys. O'Shea came in and did a good job. Peterson got some big outs. Bender got some big outs. And overall, even Fairbanks came out and did a good job as well. So overall, it's a great pitch game. And when there's no runs being scored, sometimes that puts more pressure on pitchers, but these guys handle it well, able to keep the score 0 and allow Berto Hernandez do what he did at the end of the game. And it was an amazing game.
Offensively, what do you like from the team as a whole outside of Bert? Because obviously Bert was the story, and that guy's, I mean, this is the best swing of his freaking life. And the last game that he was in AAA for, by the way, he hit a walk-off home run. There was a weird scoring clerical issue, but I'm going to call it a home run. It left the ballpark. So Heriberto Hernandez, his last game in Jacksonville, hits a walk-off homer. He was the hero for the Jumbo Shrimp, and here he hits a walk-off grand slam to win that one. But what do you think of the offensive approach today? Because, I understand they were scoreless until the bottom of the ninth, but they just mounted threat after threat after threat. Yeah. It feels good going to Toronto.
Yeah, they weren't able to get the big hit at the earlier innings, but they did it when it mattered. Morel came through with off the airbender as well, be able to hit that ball. Sinoja came through with some big hits, and then obviously Berto at the end. But they grinded out ABs. It wasn't like they were giving them away. You always felt like there was a shot. They were one big hit away. I know Stowers couldn't get the big hit. He had bases loaded twice, but he didn't strike out. He had sharp grounders to second base, just missing the ball. So it wasn't like they were outmatched. They just couldn't land that big hit. But overall, they were battling. They were in the AB. So it wasn't like they were outmatched. They just couldn't get that big hit. It couldn't find a hole.
This doesn't happen without Christopher Morel, who had that leadoff double off the airbender, as AJ just mentioned, and Morel was standing by with Steven Strom after the ball game.
What's your reaction after Bert's grand slam?
Amazing. Super crazy. He just told me, like, I got to finish that game. And this is what he did.
He really did. You obviously have gotten off to the start you wanted. What did that double feel like in left field?
Super amazing. Trying to do something for the team in that moment. Really good game. Great game to the pitcher, with the players too, and the Mets with us. But thank God we are starting with that double in that moment.
Who has kept you going? What has kept you through this tough stretch?
Honestly, all my teammates. And I can say like just one. I just say the staff, Luis, everybody trying to get it up, trying to like never give up, trying to be in the game. And this like helped me a lot. Every day, every moment, every at bat, they just told me, hey, you can do it. Never give up.
What do you like about the way your team finished this homestand?
Really good. Like, happy fly. We got like 3 games with the Mets. What is better than that?
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, Jack.
Happy flight indeed. Thanks, Christopher Morel. Happy flights, better flights.
Yes,
Always
100%.
the best flights.
Best flights.
We'll step aside when we come back. Highlights on the 10th inning show on the Marlins Radio Network.
Upgrade your family vacation with an unforgettable escape to the Palm Beaches. From outdoor adventures and laid-back beaches to thrilling family attractions and animal encounters, the Palm Beaches have something for everyone. Discover premier resorts with creative kids clubs that will keep the little ones entertained while you enjoy world-class golf and spas. We are the original, the one, the only, the Palm Beaches. Plan your trip at thepalmbeaches.com.
I'm Adam Werner. As the official law firm of the Miami Marlins, Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia fights for our clients the same way the Marlins fight on the field, relentlessly and with a winning strategy. Our team represents clients in personal injury, workers' compensation, veterans disability, bankruptcy, and Social Security cases. From our home office in Miami, Florida, we provide powerhouse legal representation built on dedication, experience, and results. If you need a team that's ready to step up to the plate for you, visit WernerHoffman.com. Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, proudly serving the 305 community.
At Loan Depot, we're big on home. Home games, home teams, home field advantage, and you better believe it, home runs. For us, home means everything, which is why we're offering more options that make buying your first home easier and more affordable. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, round the corner to LoanDepot.com and let us help get you home. That's LoanDepot.com. We're on deck ready to hit it out of the home ownership park for you. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLC ID number 174475.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today, and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
This is Clayton McCullough, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show with Jack McMullen on the Marlins Radio Network.
So Hernandez, a walk-off grand slam for the Marlins in a 4-0 win over the New York Mets. They secure the sweep. The Marlins do over the Metropolitans. The Marlins will go to New York to return the favor at the end of this coming week after 3 in Toronto, but this feels really good at Lone Depot Park. How did this ball game sound? Well, again, we were scoreless until the bottom of the 9th inning in a 4-0 walk-off win, but do want to play you some stuff from earlier in the ball game and just some big threats that were mounted by, I guess, either side here. The first thing I want to play you is when Michael Peterson came into the ball game. There was a runner at third in the top of the 7th with 2 men gone. Big Mike came on to see a talented rookie in A.J. Ewing, and he took care of business to keep this game at 0s. Peterson working off the extreme first base side of the rubber. His payoff. Ewing swings and misses. That was 99 up top, blown by A.J. Ewing. Peterson comes on. He gets the punch out he needs. Fastball top rail. Ewing swung underneath it. So Michael Peterson had that big punch out. And then we went to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Javier Sanoja smoked a 1-out double. Liam Hicks then
Brooks
walked.
Raley is.
And the Marlins had an opportunity to drive him in. Xavier Edwards did his part, but A.J. Ewing came to play. He would be a serious threat to score on a single. And X rolls one up the gut and throw for a base hit. Ewing was playing shallow. He comes up firing. The throw to the plate in plenty of time. Sanoja around third was racing for the plate. The only guy playing shallow in that Met outfield was the center fielder Ewing. Taylor was at normal depth in left, Benj at normal depth in right, but Ewing grabbed that roller that ramped off the mound, and in rhythm, the rookie fired an absolute laser beam to the plate, and on one hop, it got to the catcher, Hayden Sanger, who applied the tag on Sanoja to keep this game scoreless. What a throw from the rookie center fielder, A.J. Ewing. So the Marlins' threat was subdued in the bottom of the 7th. In the top of the 9th, Mets put together another threat with a leadoff single from M.J. Melendez. Nick Morabito, a speed demon, came on to pinch run for Melendez, but Liam Hicks did not let him get to scoring position. Fairbanks has to be careful. First pitch, Morabito on the move. That a throw down to second. It is in time! Nice. Liam Hicks rises to the challenge. It was a cold strike at the plate. Morabito did not waste any time. And Liam Hicks gets the would-be base stealer. Bases are empty. One man gone. So that is how the Mets' final threat was subdued. But how did we get to the walk-off grand slam? It all started with Christopher Morel's leadoff double. 2-2, broken bat and a flare down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. Morel with a big turn. He's headed to second. The throw going to second. Not in time. Christopher Morel with a leadoff double in the bottom of the 9th. That is the possible winning run, and man, did that guy need that. Job well done, Chris. Esteury Ruiz coming on as a pinch runner. So Ruiz came on, but Sanoja laid down a sacrifice bunt to get Ruiz to third. It was perfect. Liam Hicks then walked. They issued an intentional walk to Xavier Edwards, and that set the stage for Big Bert. 0-1 pitch. Hernandez hits that one plenty deep enough. Straight away center.
Get out of here.
It keeps on going. It is gone. Big Bert. A walk-off grand slam. Straight away center field. Not scoreless anymore. Heriberto Hernandez, the hero for the fish. And how that has to feel for that guy. A walk-off grand slam and a Met sweep. That's how this one sounded, folks. When we come back, we'll hear from the skipper, Clayton McCullough. 10th Inning Show continues next on the Marlins Radio Network. South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, no job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
In Miami, we don't drink coffee, we drink cafecito. Our pastries, we call them pastelitos. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Volkswagen models, like a Tiguan, Jetta, Taos, Atlas, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Volkswagen today. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Volkswagen with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. Because you always pay less with your pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or start shopping for your pricito now at DoralVolkswagen.com. Present any Miami Volkswagen dealer's unexpired new vehicle advertisement for verification. Other Lithia dealerships do not qualify. The competing offer must be available for immediate purchase at the advertised price. The competitor's vehicle must be identically equipped as our in-stock vehicle used for comparison.
This is Clayton McCullough, and you're listening to the 10th Inning Show with Jack McMullen on the Marlins Radio Network.
Bringing us back here. Marlins get the win, a walk-off grand slam for Heriberto Hernandez. 4-0 the final score to sweep the New York Mets. Let's hear from the skipper after this one.
Maybe on this one with the grand slam for a player, especially for him, he gets sent down, he gets called back up, intentionally walked ahead of them to load the bases. Just what does that moment mean for a guy like Heriberto?
Yeah, really happy for Bert. And we saw him do a lot of fantastic things for us last year. Think back to the big homer he had in Philly off Duran. So he's come through in moments for us in the past, and for him just to, hang in there, and came back up. He's been ready to go every time his name's been called. And he hadn't got a whole lot of starts to get into a rhythm. I think he's always ready to come off the bench and hit. And I couldn't be happier for him to have that moment there, and such a big boost for our team. And Morel as well. Morel leading off that inning against Williams, and kind of setting the stage for us. So really happy for both those guys to come through.
Your pitchers, not just today, but the entire weekend, held the Mets to just 2 runs. Just what can you say about the way that they've navigated through the lineup, not only today, but the entire series? Yeah,
we pitched terrifically all series long, kind of with Yuri and Max, what they were able to do, starting and to shorten some games. Today, I thought Tyler, his first start was great. And I think we saw the strikeouts, the swing and miss. It was, from that end, it was good. He got the 4 ups. He got to the pitch count what we were, hoping for today. He looked great starting, but everyone else who has taken the ball in this series has, thrown very well, able to leave runners on base. And asked a number of guys, going 1+ and going out and just taking down the hitters they were asked to take down. So our pitching staff certainly, to win 3 close games like this, you have to pitch at a high level, and they did.
And overall, just how did you see your group bounce back after the big game against the Braves, drop 3 straight, and then turn around this weekend and sweep? Yeah,
I love how it was a new series. It was what's done is done, and Yuri set the tone this series in Game 1 with how he pitched, and you win a close game like we did. You come out the next day and Max follows suit and does that again. Liam with a couple of homers, Owens hits, and then today I think both teams had their chances, early on, and both sides pitched their way out of it. And for us just to hang in there. So love how we bounced back. We played a really a much cleaner, tidier brand of baseball for 3 games.
And just with Tyler, just see the pitch mix and everything he's been able to do. We saw him in the bullpen in long relief. Just how does his stuff translate as a starter? I
mean, we think it will. We think we saw the velo on the 4 seam today. In the mid 90s, and it had good carry. The sinker's always been a good pitch for him. Split finger has been a good weapon for both right and left. The curveball that he can drop in there as well, and the sweeper. So it's a full mix, and it's certainly he's got more than enough weapons to be a starter. And we believe that his stuff is going to hold, as he gets stretched out. He's shown that in the times this year where he's gone, 50 pitches, got into the 40s, 50 pitches. He's been able to maintain his stuff. And I thought, him taking on that today, and really 4 innings. He got into the 4th, about 60 pitches. So really good.
Is it safe to say that he's going to be starting 5 or 6 days?
Yeah, Tyler, next time that spot comes up, Tyler will start again.
And with Heriberto, it's not only the at-bats, but exit video and launch angle seems that it's working better for him this time up rather than what he was doing previously. So Have you seen anything different with him than last year?
I mean, I think the at-bats that since he's come back from Jacksonville, the look in the box, some of the swings he's getting off, the balance, it looks more like the player that we saw last year. I think that, had performed well here. And just early on in the year, it's a little different. You make the team out of spring training, it's a different feeling, when you come up during the season, you're kind of already in a rhythm. So you can get behind the 8 ball like that. You start to press a little bit, and, seems like that little bit of a breather for Bert, and come back up, that his swings in a good place. I think, mentally now, again, he should know that he can, perform here. He's shown it. And I just think like his swings look a lot more like the version we have, had seen in the past. Yeah. I mean, he's sore. I hadn't really got a check. He was sore, got him in a tough spot there around the elbow area. Was able to play another inning of defense, but wasn't gonna be able to swing the bat, and it was starting to stiffen up. So probably, have more on that tomorrow.
What happened with the Otto?
Yes. So, Otto was hit with a sensor blast on his bat this year, and it was brought to the umpire's attention, and they were notified that was the case, that you can't have that on your bat. And so we'll follow up there, with that. Don't think there's that much to it.
And how would you assess the homestand, especially how you ended before you go to Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, certainly it finished up very well. And again, we've been in this stretch now for a while, getting to the back half of a long one, but it's the big leagues. Like, you have stretches of the season like that where you got to strap it on for a lot of days in a row, and really great way for us to finish this trip against a divisional opponent, and to be able to win 3 really tight games. Play well in a lot of facets to do that. So, be a happy flight to Toronto.
Thanks, Clayton.
All right, so Morrell told us happy flight. Clayton told us happy flight. I think it might be a happy flight.
Might be.
It might be a happy flight. We'll hear from the hero in a moment, Heriberto Hernandez. But before that, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marlins baseball on WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar. WQAM-AM Miami. And Odyssey Sports Station.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
You know why it's a happy flight? This guy. Let's hear from Bert after the game.
Británico.
Heriberto, just how did that feel?
Amazing. Se siente bien, ¿sabes? Que el equipo gane y que como hemos peleado estos últimos 3 juegos, se siente bien.
It feels good, that the team is winning, and then the way that we've been fighting out there, it feels good.
Can you just walk us through the at-bat? What were you looking for?
Solamente estaba tratando de ponerla en juego, no estaba tratando de hacer mucho. Sabía que si la ponía en juego la carrera podía entrar.
I wasn't trying to do much, just trying to put the ball in play, because I knew that if I put the ball in play, we were going to get that run.
And for you personally, since you got called back up, what's been working for you?
He estado trabajando, ¿sabes? Estar positivo cada día, y aunque no esté jugando mucho, saber que puedo aportar, ¿sabes? Tener eso en el corazón de que puedo aportar a que el equipo pueda ganar, y eso me ha ayudado.
Yeah, just trying to, try to help the team. I know that I'm not playing every day, but in my heart, that's what I want. Just being able to help the team and contribute every time I'm out there.
And just for you guys to get the sweep, especially with the way the Atlanta series went, to be able to win these 3 before going on the road, how important was that?
Es importante, ¿sabes? Porque estamos en una buena racha ganadora. Creo que como el año pasado podemos seguir ganando más juegos y podemos seguir ganando series.
Yeah, I think it's very important because we're in a streak right now, and if we can do that, we can continue winning some series the same way we did last year.
Did you think it was a homer expecting you hit it, or did you have some doubts?
No sabía que era jonrón. Solamente yo pensé que la bola, ¿sabes? Iba a volar al center field. No sabía que era jonrón.
No, I didn't think it was going to be a home run. I think it was going to go over the center fielder, but not as a home run.
When you went to Jacksonville, what were some of the adjustments that the coaching staff down there, maybe up here, wanted to see in the game?
Está positivo, ¿sabes? El talento está ahí, las herramientas están ahí, solamente confiar en que las cosas en algún momento pueden salir a mi manera.
The tools are there, the talent is there. It's just a matter of just trusting what you got and what you can do.
Thank you.
All right, that was Bert. After this one, we'll step aside. We may have some more takes. We'll see, and then we'll tie a bow on the 10th inning show when we come back on the Marlins Radio Network. South Florida's top choice for quality signs and graphics is Metro Group Miami. With Metro signs and Metro wraps, No job is too big or too small for the experts at Metro Group Miami. A proud corporate partner and official signage and graphics provider of the Miami Marlins, they bring brands to life. Call them today at 954-983-6662. Visit MetroGroupMiami.com to discover what they can do for you. Metro Group Miami, signs, graphics, car wraps. They're your everything team.
Legal battles shouldn't be fought alone, especially when your health, finances, or family's future are on the line. I'm Adam Werner. At Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, we guide our neighbors across the Miami, Florida community through some of life's most difficult legal transitions, from injury cases to disability cases, bankruptcy, and more. Our team is committed to providing clear guidance, strong advocacy, and dependable support every step of the way. Let our family help lead the fight so you can focus on yours. Werner, Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia, official law firm of the Miami Marlins.
Visit Miccosukee Casino and Resort, where fortune meets fun. With over 1,800 slot machines, high-stakes bingo, 24/7 poker, and exciting high-limit slots, there's something for everyone to enjoy. From luxurious accommodations and exquisite dining at La Brisa to live entertainment and handcrafted cocktails at Tent Lounge, we thank you for choosing us as the premier casino, resort, brunch, and date night spot in Miami. Reimagined, redesigned. Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at miccosukee.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
All right, so I'm just tilting the camera for our StreamYard audience this way. Whoever wants to jump in,
Me first.
AJ already got his thoughts out. So Steve, you go.
No, I think what I love, there's so many things I love about today, but I think in total, I love the way we responded this weekend. Obviously, it was a 12-0 win on Monday against the Braves. You dropped the next three. You kind of limp into this series. And I told you this was going to be sort of a litmus test to where the Marlins stand. And they passed with flying colors, but I think how they passed it was most encouraging. We have gotten offense from Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, and Liam Hicks. But there was other guys in this lineup and in this pitching staff that stepped up that have not this year, okay? Yuri Perez, best start of the year. Love that he stepped up. Today, Christopher Morel.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was hitting. Big-time double. Heriberto Hernandez comes up. It wasn't like we talk about identity. We talk about blueprint to win. I was done looking at our blueprint to win. Like, we need X and Otto and Liam Hicks and then we need Max Meyer. No. Like, this weekend was about collective unit and camaraderie and different guys stepping up. This is how the Marlins won last year, and this was a huge not only sweep, but how they swept the Mets. It was the sum of its parts. I love different guys stepping up. That's my take.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to add to that.
Ditto.
Ditto. Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
That's my take.
It's the truth. That's why.
I just love that it was different guys.
Yeah.
Like, and then
Yeah.
you know, even a couple nights ago, you don't forget about Marcy's defense. Like,
Yeah.
it was just different, winning little moments.
For sure. Well-rounded wins.
We're trending.
Throughout the whole,
We're
whole
trending.
thing. Yeah. Trending.
We are
is
totally
the right
trending.
way.
So we got a plane to catch and we got passport control to go through. So we
You
will
got your
sign off.
passport? Hold on, let me try mine.
Yeah, I got
Let's
my
go.
passport. You got
Yeah,
yours?
yeah, I got
All
it.
right, we're
I'm
all
gonna
good.
write
We got
sweep
3
in mine.
passports. Junk and You Savage tomorrow at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time from the Rogers Center in Toronto. Marlins on Deck begins at 6:30. Big thank you to Vladimir Lewis Saint handling things in studio today. For Steven Strom, for AJ Ramos, I'm Jack McMullen. We'll talk to you soon on the Marlins Radio Network.